And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
So, of course, what we just saw right there was Elon Musk doing his Nazi salute at Trump's inauguration. And I thought that would be a good primer to convince you all that Elon Musk does harbor Nazi views and beliefs. I think it's important to do this because after he did that, there were all of these conservative pundits, influencers, and the ADL even trying to convince everyone that no, that was not a Nazi salute. It was just some kind of autistic spasm. And Elon got a little excited. And even if Elon does have Asperger's syndrome, like he's said in the past, I think there's ample evidence to show that he does indeed have these philosophical beliefs. One of the most significant pieces of evidence is the salute itself. If we look at Elon doing his salute side by side with actual Nazis and a clip from the movie American History X, we can see that he's clearly doing it. And what he says here at the end is interesting.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
The future of civilization is assured. Now, Hitler often talked about the future of Germany, but I wonder what the ADL thought he meant by that after doing an obvious Nazi salute, because afterwards they put out this message calling Elon's Sieg Heil an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm. And what's hilarious about the ADL running cover for Elon is he wasn't doing them any favors as they tried to convince everyone that he was not a Nazi. He was serving up some Nazi puns, not taking it seriously at all, joking about it, acting like a 4chan loser, suggesting he was just being ironic as if what he did was not offensive at all, and just trying to laugh it off like it's all just some big joke, in turn making the ADL come across like a big joke. Besides the ADL, there was Elon's choir of ass-kissing losers chiming in, with Elon telling us that hateful, homophobe, and transphobe Kaya Raichik was the media now. And even Ben Shapiro trying to convince us that we were not seeing exactly what we knew we were seeing, even though declared Nazis and booger-eating fascists like Nick Fuentes knew what they were seeing.
That was a straight up, like, Sieg Heil, like, loving Hitler energy.
But besides all of that, if we just look back to when Elon bought Twitter in April of 2022, we can see what was in his heart. Along with reinstating Donald Trump's account, he also reinstated a number of verified pro-Nazi accounts, like that of Andrew Anglin, the publisher of the far-right neo-Nazi white supremacist website, The Daily Stormer. Then there was the tweet that caused the exodus of all of Twitter's major advertisers. In response to an obviously anti-Semitic and racist tweet, Elon said, "You have said the actual truth." The next day, Media Matters published an article showing that ads for major brands were placed next to content that touts Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party. Immediately, IBM, Apple, Disney, NBC, Fox Sports, Warner Brothers, and Paramount, among others, pulled their ads from the site. Rather than make any apologies or promises to address the allegations, Elon sued Media Matters as if it was just that important that he kept pro-Nazi content on the platform. Elon then tried to clean up his image by touring the Nazi death camp Auschwitz and chumming around with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who was engaged in an ethnic cleansing of Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. So if none of that was convincing, there's Elon's actual associations with Nazis and German fascists. Elon's father, Elon Musk, said in an interview that Elon's maternal grandparents, Winifred, Josephine, and Joshua Norman Haldeman, were members of the Nazi Party in Canada and later moved to South Africa because they supported the apartheid regime. Also, it seems Errol named his son after a character in the Nazi rocket scientist Wernher von Braun's science fiction novel Project Mars. In this book, a super civilization on Mars is led by a being known as the Elon. Finally, we come to the far-right German political party Alternative für Deutschland, or AfD. The AfD is widely considered to be an anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, and racist political party. The AfD seems to revel in using Nazi symbolism and, like the Nazis, are pushing xenophobia and mass deportations of immigrants. This radical, arguably fascist political party now holds a significant number of seats in Germany's Bundestag and state parliaments, as well as the European Parliament. Recently, Elon has shown solidarity with the AfD by showing support on X and making surprise video appearances at AfD rallies. He's also tried to help the party normalize its extreme positions and downplay their similarities with the Nazis. In a discussion with Elon, Alice Weidel gave him a false depiction of the Nazi Party.
The biggest success after that terrible era in our history was to label Adolf Hitler as right and conservative. He was exactly the opposite. He wasn't a conservative. He wasn't a libertarian. He was a communist, socialist guy. Yeah. So, full stop, no more comment on that.
Although the official name of the Nazi Party was the National Socialist German Workers' Party, Hitler himself was adamant in stating that the Nazi Party was not left-leaning in any way. Before Hitler joined the party, the use of the words socialist and workers in their name was meant to appeal to the left in Germany. But as Hitler would state himself, Bolshevism would lead Germany to complete destruction, though he did also lambast what was considered to be the right in Germany at the time. He consistently called left-wing politicians traitors. With Elon's identification with the AfD, his rants about maintaining cultural identity have begun sounding increasingly Nazi-like and fascist. He's now basically telling Germans they shouldn't have any past guilt about the deaths of 11 million people killed by the Nazis during the Holocaust.
So, I think there's, frankly, too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not be guilty of the sins of their parents, or even let alone their parents, their great-grandparents, maybe even. And we should be optimistic and excited about a future for Germany. And that's really my message, is be optimistic, excited, and preserve German culture and protect the German people and